So we know we got ants in the kitchen. It's just that on a countertop this dark is very hard. So we've got to figure out where the trail is. Oh, there it is. There's one right there. Training into the little hole. There's a straggler. And then I'm looking. Yeah, there's one. And I'm looking up and I'm looking up. There they are right there. There's a nest right there. They're going back there and they're going across. And oh, there goes. So I'm trying to figure out where they are. Oh, there they are right there. So finding nests. There they are. And are they behind that wall? There's probably a nest up there. So what we will do is, this is why it's important. Where is the nest? The nest isn't necessarily near the water. They're behind that door. See them coming out behind that door? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to bait it there. I'm going to take my Max Force Quantum bait. And hold on a second. And I'm trying to see if they're on the top, if they're behind there. Let's see if I can actually, want to bait it in the back of that door. See if they'll go for it. It should go for it. Hopefully I didn't disturb it. Trying to make sure. See, I'm not even following the pheromone trail. They're totally ignoring it because they're not in the pheromone trail. So I'm going to bait it right, the little dot, put a little dot of bait right where they are. And then hopefully I can get them. There, the bait drop fell. There it goes. See what happens. That's why it's important to get it on the pheromone trail. They're foraging at this time of night. It's nighttime. So the nest is actually right there. You can see them carrying, probably they're carrying something. Something they found. And they went for it now. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to treat that little hole right in there. See what happens. See if I can just get them where they are. And see how we're going to wait a couple minutes. Yeah, they're going for it. They went for it. There we go. I got them to go for it. And there they are, all feeding on it. This is more important than just taking a shotgun approach. There you go. So we found a nest. We trailed it. And then we know they're going back there. I'm going to do something right here. I'm going to put a little bait, see if I can get them to come out. Oh, the bait dropped. It dripped. But I'm going to try putting it also right back here and dropping it right back there where the nest is. This is on top of a door jamb. You can see the door. It totally bypassed it because it's not on the pheromone trail. But they are back there. There we go. You see they did come out of there. And there they go for it. And there's the other ones coming. So we're going to sit here a couple minutes, see what happens. I'm going to go around to where, so we have multiple nesting sites. There they are in there. So funny how they follow that weird trail that's not even straight, but it's at an angle. And this is how we'll go through the entire house, the entire kitchen, the entire bathroom, and we'll hunt for them. And this is why we can do an eco-friendly pest control inside a house. 2 drops, and I've solved this ant trail. 2 drops in the bathroom, and I solved the bathroom problem. And there they are. Look how many there are back there. Where we did. I just got to figure out where they're going into and put it in the hole. That's only been a couple minutes. There's a good 30 or 40 ants. Remember, ghost ants. There they go. They went for it. They're trailing. So actually filling up the counters with bait and putting it all over the backsplash. So we're going to hunt around here and see if we see more. Do we see any more? You don't see any more. I don't see any more trails or more nests. And we're looking around everywhere. We also did a German roach job. If you can see the German roach bait right there on this unit, because they had German roaches. So it seems like the nest is on that side there. Notice there's none near the water. There's a German roach that we just found that's dead. We did it about a week ago. The idea is look underneath. There's German roach bait because they're going to be behind that backsplash. This is and there's nothing here on this side. The nest seems to be on this side. So what I'm going to do without disturbing them too much, I don't want to disturb the nest. I'm going to go outside. Oh, look. The nest is actually on the outside of the door. Look at the nest on the outside of the door. Look at this trail. This is on the outside of the door. This just came out. This wasn't here 30 minutes ago. But this is foraging time. So the nest is actually, look where they're going. This is where it starts. And it really ends. So they were actually on the outside of the door, behind that piece of wood in the door frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bait it right along the trail. I'm just going to drop a little drop there. I'm going to let it drip down and let them eat that. And this is textual, guys. This is ghost ant. It ends there. There's no more trail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bait it right there. Let them, I'm going to try to get it. There you go. We can always wipe that excess off. Just let it drip, let them eat. You come back 30 minutes later, you remove it, you wipe it out while you're doing your service, while you're doing the exterior perimeter treatment. There's always time to come back and wipe that out. And there they go. There they are, all feeding on it. I dropped it at the bottom. It's dripping down. I mean, that's the issue with this gel bait with Quantum. This is Max Force Quantum. And then we're going to go out here. Do we see any more? Behind. So we're going to put a little drop. One of the things I don't like about Quantum is that it doesn't have an injector, but I can tip it over. There they are outside the door. Try to. There you go. Stick that little drop in there. Trying to see if there's any more. Doesn't look like there's any more. They're not on the floor. You noticed they weren't trailing. There's none here on the floor. So in this case, if you would have done a perimeter treatment and you wouldn't spray around that entire door, they weren't even around the base of the door, they were actually in the door. Then go over here, look around. And they're not there. There's no more. The nest was on that side. See if there's any up on that window. This is the important about doing overhangs. So you might have not seen this if you come during the day. They weren't foraging, they weren't out. So knocking it out, you would have had to spray that door probably. You probably wouldn't have gotten it. But doing a perimeter treatment, maybe with fipronil, and if you would have gotten that corner in there, there they are feeding on it. There's that trail. So, them coming out of there and feeding. All right. We got about 15 minutes later after applying the bait in that corner. There was the ant. There they are. I put it directly in the pheromone trail. And now you've got hundreds of ants feeding after a couple minutes. This is why I love baiting, why traditional spray services are going to fail if you're not using IPM practices. We knocked this entire problem out with 3 drops, but it did take 30 minutes. And there it is. There's that pheromone trail. They found bait. They're racing back and forth because they found food. We're going to go behind this door again and see. Remember that corner? And there they are. That was the corner inside the door. And then there they are up there. Look how big this is the problem with dealing with ghost ant. There's nothing back here. I'm going to flip this over, but there's nothing. A baseboard spray in a home. This is why this traditional baseboard spraying, saying they come every month and they spray my house and I still have ants. Well, it's totally useless to spray a house and do a baseboard spray for when you have these types of ant problems. There's nothing on the baseboard. We haven't found a single one on the floor. I'm going to go around the kitchen floor. Rarely are you going to see them on the floor. Okay. So has this gotten any bigger? Sure has. There's ghost ant everywhere. Let's take a look at the outside of this door again. Remember that big giant trail? They're in there. They all accumulated where the bait was. There it is. This will be gone when I come back next week to do an inspection. This will all be gone. There's no more ants anywhere in this house.